who am I here with?
Okay, so hi, my name is Yuyang Sun. I am a fourth-year undergrad student at Yale University. I have been working here at the Vertebrate Zoology Lab in the Peabody Museum since I was a first-year student here. My responsibilities usually include processing the birds and sometimes mammals that come in here into study skins and sometimes also skeletons.
How would you define taxidermy as a whole, the process?
Taxidermy is, I think, it's the preservation of animals for scientific purposes. I want to clarify that in this lab we mostly do what we call study skins. So you can find two examples out here. Those are both American rodents. You can see that this is different from the taxidermy you might see in the actual Peabody collections. Those would be fully posed, sometimes put in, sometimes like complete in a scene with like props such as like branches. And, but here,
This is for research purposes.
this is only for research purposes. So the birds are stuffed with cotton. They are postured, belly up, very like rigid, like for easier storage in the collections.
And for classification?
Sorry.
And for classification?
Yes, they're mostly used for gathering physiological data on birds. We have you can learn a lot of things from a bird skin such as this. You can gather, you can collect feathers from them and study the structures of feathers. You can measure things such as the length of the torsos. We also, in the process of taxidermy, we also collect data on age, sex, body weight, and fat content. All of which would be very helpful in telling us what the bird was like before it was, when it was alive.
And on average, how long does the process take you? And does it differ based off of the size of the animal?
Yeah, so wise, it really depends on the size of the animal and also on the type of the bird. Some birds are just harder to skin than others. Why I started out, like a search like this could take me 3 to 4 hours, but now after a few years experience, I've gotten a better grasp of the workflow, so I can usually finish a easy bird within 2 hours. So a lot of factors really contribute. As you said, bigger birds tend to take longer time to skin. The fat content can pose a lot of challenge for skinners because here you can see a little bit of the fat that probably got on the feathers, so it caused the feathers to look a little bit sticky together, and it can be tough to clean that out. But yeah.
How do you?
Yeah, so we're in the collections room of the Vertebrate Zoology department. Here you can see all around us we have cabinets with many drawers. Those are all ordered taxonomically, and if someone needs to, those cabinets are also mounted on rails so that you can kind of turn and in order to find individual drawers. We have the Peabody Museum, all around here are study skins of birds like I showed you back in the preparation room. We also have a big egg collection and skeleton collection. So all of those here are bird eggs that have been donated to the museum through collectors. And down there in the hallway, you can also see a bird nest collection. What else do you guys want to know?
I have the perfect question. What type of person would study skins benefit? What field on average is using study skins in order to study certain bird types?
I think taxonomists benefit tremendously from museum collections such as this one, because for every bird that we process, we also collect tissue samples that contain genetic data. So oftentimes it's like when biologists want to figure out which birds are more closely related to which, we have this whole bank of genetic info that's available for them to study. We also, other fields that might benefit from our skin collection include, I know what my academic advisor, who's an ornithologist, is very interested in feather coloring in birds. So did you know that bird feathers can come from both pigmentation, so such as in the northern cardinal, and or structural coloring, such as in the blue jay. My academic advisor is able to get those feathers from our collections and look at them under a microscope to determine which type of structuring, color structuring is present in those feathers.
If someone wanted to get into taxidermy, what would your advice for them be if they want to pursue this field?
Okay, so like I would say, like I'm not going to continue pursuing taxidermy after college. This is something I am doing purely because I'm passionate. Like I'm doing it because I'm passionate about the artistic process of taxidermy. I think anyone who is interested in this field could get started. It's not, as long as they have like the patience and like the manual dexterity for processing birds. Yeah.
What is your favorite sort of what is your favorite piece of work that you've either personally done or you've seen done here?
I think my personal favorite. Actually, it might be a good time to show you what I did on that Singapore trip. On that hallway. So let's just say in March of last year, 2024, we had a specimen exchange program with the National University of Singapore. That university also had a window condition program where they were also collecting birds that died from window strikes. So I went with Christoph and one other student, and for a whole week we just used their lab, and all we did was skin birds all day.
Those
are some of those birds we actually I think those are all the bird skins we did on that trip. So the ones I made included this dollar bird. I'm very proud of it.
You should be.
Very beautiful blue color. I also did this Eurasian sparrowhawk. And those little birds here are called pitas. They're very colorful and I think they're very uniquely pretty.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah. Yeah, I think those are definitely like among some of the favorite birds I've done. Oh, I also did a bunch of wings on that trip. Some of those birds, especially because Singapore was in the tropics, the birds were like just too decayed to be able to be turned into full skins. For example, this one is a scops owl that was hit by a car, and so I took its wing and did a really beautiful wing spread that I'm very proud of.
These?
Yeah.
Hats off to you.
Yeah, those are all pita wings.
Hats off to you. This is beautiful.
Yeah, as I was saying, we also took some feather samples and gave it to the researcher I was talking about earlier, who was into feathers. Yeah.
You're immensely talented.
I think. But I've definitely seen a lot of really exciting things being prepared here. I remember one year there was a whole crocodile. Like I walked in, there was just like a whole crocodile head on the table. I didn't know what they ended up doing with it, but I was like, wow, that was really cool. Yeah, it's not something you'd see every day, you know.
Thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you for taking your time out of your work day in order to meet with us.
Yeah.
This was very educational, and you should be proud of yourself. You're really good at what you do. You're really good at what you do.
Are you also interested in taxidermy? Like,
I'm not good with dead bodies. I'm really not.
Totally fair. Like that's like
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like the work you do, like that, those wing spreads, like that takes
Yeah.
that